When Joe Sloan met with reporters on Friday, he kind of got stuck. I don't want to say stuck, but he emphasized one word or one variation of a word phrase pretty routinely, which when I hear that, maybe it's just having listened to so many press conferences over the years, I know that's a coach trying to get a message across about what he or she deems important. This was Sloan on Friday. Go ahead, Alondra.
And then there's some schematic things where we're going to be able to put some guys in positions to make sure we can create some more explosives in the run game. And I think that's the key, right, is creating explosives in the run game.
Creating explosives in the run game. Here was another one.
That's really been the biggest approach, is how can we do different things to create maybe some easier opportunities for Garrett and for our offense to create some explosives.
Explosives. We got more. Hit it.
Continue to be more efficient and take advantage when the opportunity comes to be explosive.
And he was asked about Chris Hilton, and he said,
it's not just about yards, right? Yards is one thing, but we got to score points, and that comes from, explosive. A lot of times comes from explosive play touchdowns, and he definitely gives us the opportunity to do that.
You see my point? Throughout a 20-minute press conference, over and over again, he kept weaving in the word explosive, explosives, explosive plays. The reality is, we have spent so much time talking about how much the offense struggled to run the ball a year ago. And I, and a lot of you, and we've talked about the struggles the offensive line had. And that's part of it. But one of the things Joe Sloan told us on Friday was the inability to beat teams over the top, allow defenses to bring the safety in the box because they didn't respect LSU's ability to beat them deep. And so now you're trying to run the ball against numbers, and it just didn't work. And you didn't have Jaden Daniels, who was magnificent no matter how many people you put in the box. So how can you create explosives? Well, look what LSU did. Oh, Chris Hilton's back healthy. Well, they went and got Berrien Brown, and they went and got Nick Anderson. And then you have true elite top-end speed guys like Jelani Watkins, who can blow the top off a defense. And look at what's happened so far in fall camp. By the way, just one more piece of context. Last year, if you look at college football from 2024, LSU was 20th in the country at plays of 10 yards or more. 20th. Pretty good. 20th out of 134. They were 20th in plays of 10 yards or more. Go to plays of 20 yards or more, they dropped to 26th. Go to plays of 30 yards or more, they dropped to 50th. 40 yards or more, this was Chris Hilton coming back at the end of the season with those 3 long touchdowns that got you up to 32 right there. And then if you look at plays of 50 yards or more, LSU was 110th in the country last year. They didn't have the big play ability last year. The late Kyron Lacy wasn't going to beat dudes over the top. C.J. Daniels was a possession receiver, really good in that intermediate route. Same with Mason Taylor catching the ball from the tight end spot. Your biggest plays, guys, Caden Durham catching a screen pass and going 80 yards against South Alabama, those were your big plays. You look at fall camp. I mean, I told you, they went 11 on 11 today, and Garrett Nussmeier hits Berrien Brown for a 28-yard touchdown that would have been a touchdown from 98 when he beat Ashton Stamps. You go and you look at every play when they went scrimmage last Tuesday. Caden Durham busted a 45-yard touchdown run. Every single practice, you see these opportunities where this was 8-4, August the 4th, 11 on 11. Nuss deep, dropped it in the bucket to Chris Hilton for a touchdown, 30 yards down the sideline. I can look at my notes every day on my notes, and I can point out those types of plays. It's just been such an emphasis for them in this fall camp to find those explosive plays because they evaded this team a year ago. But they went, and you got Chris Hilton back healthy, but you've also went and added Brown and Nick Anderson in the transfer portal to get those guys that can beat teams deep, that make the safety respect you, which is going to give you better numbers in the box to be able to create explosives, like Joe Sloan said, in the run game. You know they're going to be there in the pass game, but in the run game as well. That is one of the – and so when we sit here and I tell you – I run through these camp reports, and I keep telling you about how they're finishing drives with these big plays over the top, Barry and Brown's beating guys deep, or Chris Hilton or Caden Durham. I would be more concerned with the defense if Caden Durham was getting 6, 12, 8, 6, 7 yards a run. Like, now you can't stop. Your front line can't stop anybody if that's the case. But the defensive front has been good, but LSU's been able to pop the big one. And when Joe Sloan's telling you that's been a clear emphasis in this camp, that's a positive thing in my view. So I want to continue to see that. I want to continue to see LSU making those big plays because I know this defense has talent at every level. And if they keep winning those types of matchups, they'll be able to do it against anybody on their schedule. Explosives. Sometimes they'll tell you. They're not going to write your story for you, as Mike Detillier would say. They're not going to write the story for you. They're not going to host your show for you. But if you listen, they'll give you the answer. And Joe Sloan's telling you that the single biggest thing that this offense is looking for this year, explosive. You then get them. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.